डीडी न्यूज का एक रिपोर्टर ने जाके और गलगोटिया यूनिवर्सिटी की एक मैडम ने एक बात कह के पूरे समिट का मूड शिफ्ट कर दिया, वाइब शिफ्ट कर
ओवरशैडो ही
दी।
हो गए, मोदी जी ओवरशैडो हो गए उनको।
वन ऑफ द प्रोफेसर वाज लाइक, हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी प्रधानमंत्री के विजन और मिशन पर काम करती है।
करती है,
Yeah,
तभी उन्होंने झूठ
exactly.
बोला ना।
I was like, wow, that explains everything. So that is also the reason why they were let off so easily. उनके ऊपर कोई ढंग की कोई कार्रवाई नहीं हुई, कुछ भी नहीं हुआ.
But actually, no. Since you've just told me you don't know much about this university, I have to tell you about my favorite clip from Galgotia University students.
Please.
अरे पोस्टर तो खोलिए, लेके आए हैं। ठीक है, नो प्लेस फॉर अर्बन, पढ़ के बताइए क्या लिखा है?
नो प्लेस फॉर अर्बन मैक्सेल इन विकसित भारत।
क्या मतलब?
पता नहीं।
सारी उम्र में जो कर जबड़े आ रहा।
I just can't. Why is it always Galgotia universities? Have you seen that Harry Potter meme where McGonagall is like, why is it when something goes wrong, it's always you three and it's Harry, Ron and Hermione? I feel like India में जब भी student related कुछ गलत होता है, it is always Galgotia university.
My favorite meme from the whole fiasco was this one. Let me show you.
क्यों थैंक यू ना मेरे को अनाथ फील कराने के लिए। ये रियल कुत्ते का बात तो था ही कि धोबी का कुत्ता ना घर का ना घाट का। रोबो को कुत्ता, ये रोबो कुत्ते का भी वही हो गया है कि किधर का है क्या है। भाई मेरा एबिलिटीज, मेरी कोई पर्सनालिटी के बारे में कुछ बोले ना, मैं क्या क्या करतब दिखा सकता हूँ उसके बारे में कोई कुछ नहीं बात कर रहा।
मतलब यूजुअली जब कंट्रोवर्सी होती है तो लोग क्या करते हैं, प्रेस रिलीज, कुछ प्रेस स्टेटमेंट वगैरह निकालते हैं यूनिवर्सिटी के या फिर जो भी बड़े करता धरता लोग हैं वो कुछ बोलते हैं। पर यहाँ पे लाइक, नो थैंक यू, वी आर गोइंग टू रिलीज अ रैप सॉन्ग। हियर इट गोस।
गलगोटिया यूनिवर्सिटी तू सिर्फ एक नाम नहीं, सपनों की राह है, कोई इल्जाम नहीं। शोर चाहे जितना भी उठे यहाँ, तेरी पहचान यूं बदनाम नहीं।
Are they the victim here? Are they really going to claim that they are the victim? Why did they put two bitter rivals next to each other on the stage? कुछ तो उन्होंने सोचा होगा ना, उनकी टीम्स जो कि मैनेज करती हैं ये सब कुछ, क्या सोच के उनको एक साथ खड़ा कर दिया और फिर हाथ पकड़ के हाथ ऊपर करवा दिए। मतलब
आई थिंक उन्होंने सोचा कि मोदी जी ने यूक्रेन और रशिया की वॉर रुकवा दी है, वैसे ये एंथ्रोपिक और ओपन एआई की वॉर रुकवा देंगे।
Hello and welcome to The Wire. I'm Ilisha Vermani and we're back with another episode of Digital Arrest. This is my co-host Kavita and we're going to be talking about the AI summit that happened in Delhi, all of the bizarre things that took place at the summit, and of course, जैसा कि लोग कह रहे हैं, इस देश का गलगोटियाकरण हो रहा है. So a little bit about that. So, hi Kavita.
Hi Alicia and hi everybody, and thank you so much for your encouraging comments on our last video. That was really fun reading them. So let's go ahead. So what do you have on AI?
So AI summit के बारे में सबने अब तक न्यूज़ देख ली है. It's been well covered. But the sheer scale of mismanagement at this event, it's like the jokes write themselves. In fact, I think मोदी जी इतने disappointed होंगे कि मेरा तो मन कर रहा है कि इस पूरे एपिसोड में हम उनका एक thumbnail यहाँ ऊपर लगा के रखें so that he can see exactly that we are laughing at him and at his mismanagement, and because the prime minister hates being laughed at, so you know he kind of deserves this right now. Before I even talk about this mismanagement, लोगों ने इतना criticize किया है venue पे क्या हो रहा था, venue के बाहर निकल के क्या हो रहा था. So the first problem was obviously कि there was no way to reach the venue or leave the venue when there's VIP movement happening, and you have invited delegates from all over the country, from all over the world, and to have an event of this scale without thinking कि लोग आना जाना कैसे करेंगे venue से is just laughable, right? How do you plan an event and not think कि लोग वहाँ पहुँचने कैसे वाले हैं? And there were reports where people said that because the prime minister wanted to go to the main hall or because he wanted to shoot reels at the summit venue, the entire expo was cleared. People were kicked out. People were made to wait outside in the sun. And these are people who will lead the so-called AI innovation in this country. The people for whom this summit was organized, उनको ही आपने बाहर निकाल दिया क्योंकि प्राइम मिनिस्टर अंदर घूमना चाहते हैं. Kind of doesn't make sense to me.
Well,
So
that's exactly like how they're running the country also, na? I mean, think about it. Why do you make infrastructure? मतलब लोग चले जाएंगे, जैसे भी जाएंगे. Who cares about people? So
yeah,
if that's how they can run the country, event तो छोटा मोटा स्केल की चीज है.
there's some really funny posts that came after that because okay, look at this one. Now this is a person who has come to the event. She's a researcher, she's a computer scientist,
Mhm.
and she got stuck in traffic getting back to the venue. So she left the venue, changed for the gala attire for whatever the prime minister's events were, and she couldn't get back inside the event because there was so much traffic. So ultimately, she went back to her hotel, ate food. That's what she's posting about instead of posting about the summit. Then there's
Yeah.
this another person, also a computer scientist, teaches in the US. This guy was also invited to that event, that gala, but he did not receive the email, the invite
Oh.
that gets him inside the event. So he too couldn't attend it. And these were just
Oh my
one of the
God.
few things that, and these are delegates.
Yeah.
Delegates के साथ ये हो रहा है, जो guests हैं,
Mhm.
आपके special attendees. At the same time, ये तो guests के साथ हो रहा है, regular attendees के साथ क्या हो रहा है?
Modi is just leaving from his.
He's just showing how people are walking back from the summit. Like road पे बस चल रहे हैं लोग.
All right, what's
That
happening?
was nice.
So I think this is, Prime Minister Modi is just leaving from his dinner. So I think they have closed off the roads, and we are just walking to the ring road, few kilometers, and this is a very, I would say, this is a great moment to network. This is a additional moment provided by the India AI Summit, so we can
That's the
network
only
even more,
moment.
and that's the best part.
Is it the best part?
Is it? And especially for women, I mean, I'm thinking about the women who
What
had to
is
walk
going
so much
on?
on these kind of roads.
Look at this.
Yeah. This is some
Everybody is
foreigner
walking.
clearly, who has made the video.
Yeah.
And this is touching the certain good people, no? International people.
all have to walk,
Why are we walking here?
because the entire road is closed. We can't get an Uber, Ola, Rapido, anything. And then people ask question, why is talent leaving India? These are all white collar people paying 30% tax, walking 1 kilometer so that they can go to an active route to get a vehicle.
So this is his problem. कि टैक्स पेयर्स को तुमने क्यों चलाया? हम तो 30% टैक्स देते हैं, हमारी सैलरी तो इतनी काट लेते हो. And okay, there are several aspects of this argument, but he is not wrong in saying that टैलेंट क्यों छोड़ के जा रहा है, क्योंकि आपने क्या इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर यहाँ पे बनाया है, आपने क्या इकोसिस्टम प्रोवाइड किया है टू टेक एंटरप्रेन्योर्स टू स्टे हियर. क्या इंसेंटिव है उनके पास जब आपसे एक एआई समिट नहीं ऑर्गेनाइज हुआ, एआई समिट में आपका यूपीआई नहीं चल रहा, एआई समिट में आपके पास वाईफाई नहीं था, लोग खाना पीना नहीं ले पाए वहां पे, कुछ कर नहीं पाए क्योंकि वो ऑनलाइन पेमेंट्स नहीं कर पा रहे थे, लोगों के एक्सपोज डेमोज नहीं चल रहे थे उनके स्टॉल्स पे बिकॉज वहां वाईफाई नहीं था. एंड देन देयर वाज इवन अ बैंगलोर बेस्ड फाउंडर दिस एआई कंपनी दैट सेड कि उनके वेयरेबल एआई डिवाइसेस दे गॉट स्टोलन.
That's horrific. Yeah, there was also like no water at the venue on the first day. And it was really horrible mismanagement. And that really, it was very disappointing to me because honestly, I was excited about this whole summit idea. And first day se main dekh rahi thi, acha kya kya aayega, kuch interesting aayega, India mein kya technology ban raha hai, who are our startups and all. I was actually very interested to learn about these things. And I'm honestly very interested in tech and Indian tech. But isse jo mujhe mila, वो completely different idea मिला. Like as an audience, if you are watching it from outside, what is the idea that you get? The idea that you get probably is कि हमारे पूरे technology और हमारे पूरे IT sector का गलगोटियाकरण हो गया है. That's the only thing that I think. So yeah, I was also thinking about it's like a lost opportunity. It's a big lost opportunity because I mean, think about all the issues, all the actual problems where AI is actually they are saying it's being deployed. Is it what exactly AI is doing there? We don't really know. In fact, for me, this was an exercise in discourse shift. मुझे लगता है कि मोदी जी तो काफी डिसअपॉइंट हुए होंगे because he did so much PR on day one, but on the same day in the evening, I guess, DD न्यूज का एक रिपोर्टर ने जाके और गलगोटिया यूनिवर्सिटी की एक मैडम ने एक बात कह के पूरे समिट का मूड शिफ्ट कर दिया, वाइब शिफ्ट
ओवरशैडो ही हो गए, मोदी जी ओवरशैडो हो गए, उनको कितना बुरा लगा होगा यार.
Yeah, I mean it's sad, but I don't know honestly what to say about it.
Just for any of you who might have missed what happened at the summit, Galgotia University claimed that a Chinese robotic dog was actually their own indigenous innovation, and they kind of tried to take credit for it. And the internet found out in like 30 seconds कि this is not true. ये आपको ऑनलाइन खरीदने को मिल जाएगा, $3,000 का वो robotic dog है. And when they were confronted about it, so they were like, "Oh no, we never claimed कि ये हमने बनाया है. We just meant that we have invested this much money to give our students access to this kind of tech so that they can learn from it. And we never tried to hide the branding on the dog, etc." All sorts of arguments they gave, but it was pretty evident what they had tried to do.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, they were kicked out from the summit. Their stall, the electricity to the stall was cut off. They were asked to leave. But उसके बाद उन्होंने एक और interesting चीज करी.
पहले तो I love the statements that they gave. One of the professor was like, हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी प्रधानमंत्री के विजन और मिशन पर काम करती है. Yeah, exactly. I was like, wow, that explains everything. So that is also the reason why they were let off so easily. उनके ऊपर कोई ढंग की कोई कार्रवाई नहीं हुई, कुछ भी नहीं हुआ.
It was quite embarrassing in front of this amount of delegation and all of the important people attending the summit. JNU के स्टूडेंट्स कुछ कह दे आपस में लोकल प्रेस के सामने तो वो अरेस्ट हो जाते हैं, और इन्होंने वर्ल्ड प्रेस, वर्ल्ड मीडिया के सामने इतना कुछ कर दिया.
Even at Azim Premji University, what's going on, and the students were arrested for the protest recently there. So that's horrific. I mean, think about that. How you are treating universities which are actually doing some decent job, and how you are treating this university, which I did not know much about this university actually, but internet taught me in the last 1 week what exactly this university stands for. So a lot of people were sharing all these not just memes but also videos, past videos of the university. University के खुद के Instagram page में क्या-क्या वो लगाते हैं, सब लोगों ने share किया. तभी मुझे पता चला कि actually this is a singing and dancing university. They claim to be doing different kinds of things, but originally they are known for their fresher parties. They are known for film crews shooting in their location. They are known for various other fests and stuff like that. Even the students, when they are discussing कि आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी में क्या अच्छा है, तो बताते हैं हमारे fresher party बहुत अच्छी होती है. There are literally videos going about it.
But actually, no. Since you've just told me you don't know much about this university, I have to tell you about my favorite clip from Galgotia University students.
Please.
It is from last year. लोकसभा इलेक्शंस होने वाले थे और कांग्रेस ने अपना मैनिफेस्टो रिलीज किया. And right after that, Galgotia University students went to the Congress headquarters in Delhi and started protesting against whatever was in the manifesto according to them. And then I think it was a reporter from Aaj Tak who asked them कि आप क्यों protest कर रहे हो? And not one student could answer his question. They just did not know what they were protesting for.
I actually remember that. Yeah, that was also the time, Alicia, when this famous term called Urban Maxwell, which is a meme material right now, that came out.
I just can't. Why is it always Galgotia universities? Have you seen that Harry Potter meme where McGonagall is like, why is it when something goes wrong, it's always you three, and it's Harry, Ron, and Hermione? I feel like India में जब भी student related कुछ गलत होता है, it is always Galgotia university.
Okay, fine. My favorite meme from the whole fiasco was this one. Let me show you.
मेरे को क्या मालूम था मेरे को कौन लाया, कैसा लाया. मैं बॉक्स में बैठा था, मैं चुपचाप अपना बैठा था, मैं बंद था, तो मुझे नहीं मालूम मुझे किधर से कौन लाया. लेकिन थैंक यू ना मेरे को अनाथ फील कराने के लिए. ये रियल कुत्ते का बात तो था ही कि धोबी का कुत्ता ना घर का ना घाट का. रोबो कुत्ते का भी वही हो गया है कि किधर का है क्या है. भाई मेरा एबिलिटीज, मेरी कोई पर्सनालिटी के बारे में कुछ बोले ना, मैं क्या क्या करतब दिखा सकता हूँ उसके बारे में कोई कुछ नहीं बात कर रहा है. लाया कौन है, इसका बाप कौन है, इसको बनाया कौन, यही सब बात कर रहा है. लेकिन मेरे यार AI रोबोट हूं तो क्या हुआ, मेरा भी तो कुछ मेरा तो इमोशन नहीं होना चाहिए. लेकिन इंडिया में हूं करके मेरे को इमोशन आ गया.
So sweet, really. I mean, मतलब हमारे कुत्ते के इमोशन नहीं होते हैं ना. तो I mean, this was like really fun. I think this is the best meme that came out for me. This was the best meme that came out.
कुछ भी कंट्रोवर्सी हो, मतलब एटलीस्ट हम मीम्स तो बना ही लेते हैं.
हाँ, अभी मतलब मीम्स बनाने के अलावा आप कर ही क्या सकते हैं, वो सिचुएशन चल रहा है. But I also loved the response that came from Galgotia University themselves. Did you see their now famous video?
Unfortunately, yes.
मतलब यूजुअली जब कंट्रोवर्सी होती है तो लोग क्या करते हैं, प्रेस रिलीज, कुछ प्रेस स्टेटमेंट वगैरह निकालते हैं यूनिवर्सिटी के या फिर जो भी बड़े करता धरता लोग हैं वो कुछ बोलते हैं, पर यहाँ पे they're like no thank you, we are going to release a rap song and this is what they did. Here it goes.
गलगोटिया यूनिवर्सिटी तू सिर्फ एक नाम नहीं, सपनों की राह है कोई इल्जाम नहीं, शोर चाहे जितना भी उठे यहाँ, तेरी पहचान यूं बदनाम नहीं। एक खबर आई बना दिया तूफान, टीआरपी की आग में जला दिया सम्मान। हाँ गलती हुई होगी मान लिया, पर भीड़ बनकर क्यों सबने तान लिया।
Are they the victim here? Are they really going to claim that they are the victim?
गलती हुई मान लिया, but at least मान तो लिया। I'm like,
अरे
thank
मानो तो
goodness
सही
गलती
पहले।
हुई। I'm
किधर
like,
माना?
thank goodness.
The professor, one second. The next day when she was confronted, she was like, "नहीं, you misunderstood my statements." She actually told the press कि आपने धैर्य से मेरे बयान का analysis नहीं किया। ऐसा कुछ बोला है उन्होंने।
She
And-
even said that your 6 can be my 9. I mean,
ठीक है यार, हम ही गलत है, मीडिया की ही गलती है, हमने गलत मान लिया।
and I mean, I don't want to say that, but she was the professor of communications. Okay.
Yeah.
Moving on.
I have no
About the rap
words
song. About the rap song, I think I loved it, but budget थोड़ा बढ़ाना चाहिए. Imagine if this had like Taylor Swift or somebody, and then they were singing something like Gal Gadot, एकदम vibe ऊपर बढ़ जाता यार, कितना मजेदार बन
Please
जाता
don't give
सोचो।
them ideas. Next episode में हम यही बात कर रहे होंगे फिर कि Taylor Swift आ गए गलगोटिया यूनिवर्सिटी। That's not.
They may actually do that because this again they proved what I learned about them just now, that they are literally and really a singing and dancing university. ये गलती से AI वेआई में फंस गए यार ये लोग, मतलब अच्छा काम कर रहे थे ना अपनी यूनिवर्सिटी में, बढ़िया बढ़िया फेस्ट ऑर्गेनाइज कर रहे थे, इनको ही दे देते AI फेस्ट ही बहुत अच्छे से नाच गाने के साथ ऑर्गेनाइज कर सकते थे, बट दे वर गिवन द स्टॉल टू प्रेजेंट AI. आई मीन पूरा आइडिया मतलब शुरू से ही गड़बड़ कर दिया ना आपने।
ओवरलुक हो गया मोदी जी से। बट एनीवे, moving away from jokes and coming back to the summit, there are some very important perspectives also that came from global media. This is a Bloomberg journalist and she's talking about her experience of attending the summit as an outsider.
These giant posters of Prime Minister Modi are everywhere in New Delhi this week, where India is hosting its biggest AI summit. It's almost like he's always watching.
Isn't that so interesting? Because it's true. हमारे country में जो भी event होता है, if you remember G20 or if you look at this or any of the other events that have happened in between, there's always giant branding with Modi's face, which is why I wanted his face on this episode too.
And not just that, wherever you go in India right now, आप मतलब गांव के गलियों में भी जा रहे हो, there is Modi always literally watching you. Probably they're putting camera in his eyes on those posters or whatever. But yeah, he is literally watching you.
Yeah, and if you look at similar events happening in other countries, तो उनके prime ministers की इतनी giant photos हर जगह नहीं होती हैं. Like this is definitely not convention. He is just obsessed with his own face, I think. But anyway, going back to this.
The theme this year is welfare for all and happiness for all. But the dysfunction here is also very real. Road closures turned commutes into chaos. Lines were long and unpredictable. One day, the venue was abruptly cleared for a Modi walkthrough. And yet, I think the chaos reveals something real: appetite. India is now the second largest user base of ChatGPT behind the US, and it leads the world in generative AI app downloads. But here's the elephant in the room. How does India go from being the world's most enthusiastic AI consumer to being a serious producer? There were massive data center investment announcements, but land, water, and electricity are already stretched thin here.
That is the point that a lot of people are making at the moment. कि ये जो इतना AI hype हो रहा है हमारे country में, they don't really want us for our talent or our tech or for our engineers. They want our cheap land and electricity to make more data centers, and other countries are not letting them do this. और हम सब कुछ सस्ते में बेचने के लिए मान जाते हैं फटाफट, तो that is why they are coming to India. It's not for our tech innovation that they're coming to India.
Absolutely. So AI Summit for me was literally a front, and we need to see what's happening behind it. What are the deals actually taking place? For instance, if you see Bill Gates is one person who came for this summit, and he did not actually appear at that summit because of probably the Epstein connection, but we are not sure about it, what exactly happened, but he did not come for that. But he did tour 2-3 states, and wherever he went, he talked to politicians and business leaders. What is he doing there? So there was this video of his that was very popular. Probably we can show it here.
Another place that India leads, but there's a lot more that all of you can be involved in driving forward, is this digital public infrastructure. No country is more able to take government benefits and get them out efficiently and effectively to their citizens than India. You would have expected rich countries or others to do that, but in fact, they did not. And so that basic structure that starts with identity and bank accounts and payments is just foundational.
He said something very interesting. He said that India has, and India is the only country that has an integrated system of surveillance, basically. That's what he means. He says that we have a system where, there are people, your identity, your address, your bank accounts, your food system, your land, everything is connected. And we are the only country to do that. He's talking about Aadhaar, obviously. And other countries also have some kinds of, like US has this SSN number. Yeah, they have the social security number. Most countries have some kind of system like that. But what India has done, we have that system, but without any privacy and without any laws that protect us. कहीं पे जाओ, आपका कोई भी आधार मांग सकता है, और आधार का मिसयूज का इतना ज्यादा खबर हम लोगों ने सुना है. So this is like something that is showed down on everybody's throat, that sort of situation. And this businessman comes here and he says, this is the exactly amazing thing about you. What does that tell us about ourselves? That also says that our governments, all the governments probably are ready to sell our data, because data is literally a gold mine for these tech billionaires. और डेटा सेंटर की जो आपने बात कही, डेटा सेंटर क्या है? बेसिकली डेटा सेंटर वही तो है ना कि जो हर तरह का डेटा जनरेट हो रहा है वो कहीं पे स्टोर हो रहा है, वो उसका हार्डवेयर है बेसिकली. अभी जैसे कि हम इंस्टाग्राम पे इतना रील देखते हैं, वो रील स्टोर भी होता है कहीं ना कहीं. अपनी फ्रेंड को मैसेज करते हैं, वैसे तो आपके फोन पर है, बट दैट इज स्टोर्ड समवेयर एंड दैट प्लेस इज द डेटा सेंटर. अब उस डेटा सेंटर में गूगल कैन नॉट गारंटी कि इंडियंस का ही डेटा होगा, उसमें किसी का भी डेटा होगा. वो सर्वर के हिसाब से और जियोग्राफिकल लोकेशन के हिसाब से थोड़ा मैनेज होता है, बट देयर आर लॉट मोर थिंग्स गोइंग ऑन देयर. सो एनीवेज, कमिंग बैक, what these tech billionaires are thinking about future of humanity is something we should be concerned about. And that also brings me to later on what Sam Altman talked about.
He was at an Indian Express event where he compared the amount of energy and food and fuel and everything else, the resources that it takes for a human to grow up over 20 years and do something productive versus how much energy it takes for ChatGPT to do it. And it is mind-blowing. But before we get to the serious stuff, jokes बहुत important है. There's something else that happened at the AI Summit, right? And it is this. It's Sam Altman and Dario Amodei refusing to hold hands at this moment that Modi tried to create, where he was like, all the big tech names were on the stage with him and he held their hands and he raised them up like it's some kind of election rally in Bihar or Uttar Pradesh.
Yeah, Modi is so happy. See, tech में भी चुनाव जीत गया हूँ मैं.
He's the only one who's happy. Look at their faces. They are so confused and conflicted about what is happening. And let me give you a little bit history about why they refuse to hold hands. So Sam Altman is the founder of OpenAI. OpenAI was started as a non-profit. At some point, they became a for-profit venture. And Dario, he was part of OpenAI. He was a very prominent member of the team. He worked there for about 5 years. And then at some point, he had concerns about how unsafe the development of this tech was with the way it was proceeding at OpenAI. So he tried to raise these concerns, safety concerns, but they weren't addressed to the extent that he would have liked them to. So he ultimately quit OpenAI. He started Anthropic, which built Claude. And then if you are familiar with the US pop culture, they have this really coveted game called the Super Bowl. It's a football gaming event. And Super Bowl के ads जो है ना, उनके लिए बहुत bidding चलती है US में. Like
उनका IPL है वो.
Think of it like, hi, that is a fair comparison, but also to give a fair analogy with कितना importance है उसका, India Pakistan का World Cup finale समझ लो आप उसको. That is Super Bowl for them. ठीक है. And in those Super Bowl ads, Claude attacked OpenAI by saying that very soon AI के उसमें chat GPT पे आपको ads दिखाने लगेंगे वो. And Sam Altman has in the past said that they would resort to showing advertisements in your chat GPT conversation as a very absolute last resort. And इसके कुछ time बाद ही उन्होंने ads दिखाने शुरू कर दिए थे. So anyway, so Dario has really been needling Sam Altman, especially because he quit after dissenting, and then he built what some think is a better AI. And not to say that Anthropic or Dario is the good man or the better player here. They are equally shady, but that was the beef. And my question is to the organizers of this esteemed event, why did they put two bitter rivals next to each other on the stage? कुछ तो उन्होंने सोचा होगा ना, उनकी टीम्स जो कि मैनेज करती हैं ये सब कुछ, क्या सोच के उनको एक साथ खड़ा कर दिया और फिर हाथ पकड़ के हाथ ऊपर करवा दिए. मतलब
आई थिंक उन्होंने सोचा कि मोदी जी ने यूक्रेन और रशिया की वॉर रुकवा दी है, वैसे ये एंथ्रोपिक और ओपन एआई की वॉर रुकवा देंगे.
Man, and Sam Altman later he was giving an interview to Money Control and he said कि I have no idea what was happening, why Modi held my hand and raised it, मुझे कुछ समझ नहीं आया. बेइज्जती करवाने में इतनी कमिटमेंट है ना हमारी, मतलब हम ही अपने दुश्मन हैं, हम खुद. Yeah, that was my. Yeah, but what you were talking about Sam Altman comparing energy that it takes to grow a human versus AI, that's.
Yeah, I mean, that is horrific. And that is how probably many of these tech leaders think about people and future of humanity. And that is why I find it so concerning. Because first of all, you are not thinking about, okay, here's the video.
Yep.
To train an AI model relative to how much it costs a human to do one inference query. But it also takes a lot of energy to train a human. It takes like 20 years of life and all of the food you eat during that time before you get smart. And not only that, it took like the very widespread evolution of the 100 billion people that have ever lived and learned not to get eaten by predators and learned how to like figure out science and whatever to produce you, and then you took whatever you took. So the fair comparison is if you ask ChatGPT a question, how much energy does it take once its model is trained to answer that question versus a human? And probably AI has already caught up on an energy efficiency basis measured that way.
And what basis of this energy measurement are we looking at really? Matlab, how can you compare it to humans?
Exactly. And first of all, he misses out completely on the women's labor here. कि एक औरत होती है जो छोटे बच्चे को 20 साल तक बड़ा करती है, उसका जो लेबर है, वो जो काम करती है, उसको खिलाने पिलाने नहलाने धुलाने से लेकर, that is completely overlooked, right? And then obviously all these tech leaders want us to believe that AI is almost equal to human. Even this idea of AGI, I think it's artificial general intelligence, so which they claim is almost equal to human intelligence. First of all, human intelligence के लिए कोई exact वो नहीं है कि इतना ही, कोई मानक नहीं है, कोई standard नहीं है कि इतना human intelligence होगा, क्योंकि अब 2 साल के बच्चे में भी human intelligence है, 80 साल के आदमी में भी human intelligence है. So which one is like the average human intelligence? We don't really know. So Chat GPT और ये जो model है, I was really trying to understand these and go behind these and understand कि होता क्या है, ये होता कैसे है. So obviously one idea is that these people, they try to mystify it as much as possible. In fact, these tech leaders themselves say things like, हमें पता नहीं है हमारा AI कितना progress किया है अब तक. We are not really sure कि if it is sentient or not. You know, they try to build in these fantasies, almost like Hollywood fantasies, where you feel कि अचानक से sentient हो जाएगा और आदमियों को मार देगा सबसे पहले. That's all they think about AI. But yeah, how do they actually think? What is the process behind it? Because at the end of the day, it's a technology. If it is a technology, we all can understand it. So what I found is there's something called LLM, large language models. And most AI that we see, at least the generative part of AI, and what OpenAI and all these are doing, is basically large language models को वो इकट्ठा करके process और analysis करते हैं उसके साथ में. तो जो data center की इतनी ज़रूरत क्यों पड़ रही है? क्योंकि the idea is that if you can scale up these language models, जितना ज़्यादा data feed करोगे, उतना ज़्यादा तरक्की होगी, उतना जल्दी आप AGI तक पहुँचेंगे. That's the whole idea. That's the premises on which this whole thing is based.
Yeah.
But a lot of people in the scientific community and in the artificial intelligence community, because that community is very small and almost owned by these corporates right now. So they are saying that this is not the only way to AI. There are other ways to AI.
To develop AI.
And I learned this from this tech journalist called Karen Howe and other experts who are saying that you don't have to train every AI on these huge data sets. You can, in fact, have smaller data sets and train your AI better, in fact, in some scenarios. For example, why not train an AI on one phone? So, one phone is equal to like training for this whole one AI. So what decisions and what analysis you can do when you do this kind of method? So methods can be different. You don't have to invest so much. But then why are they doing this? Is the question, right? So then it becomes all a number game, and all we hear about this AI bubble. So how does this AI bubble work? तो बहुत ही सिंप्लीफाइड वे में अगर हम AI बबल को देखें, तो अगर मैंने ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एक्चुअल इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बनाया है, उतना ज़्यादा मैं इन्वेस्टमेंट मांग सकती हूँ और
Yeah.
उतना ज़्यादा मेरी कंपनी का वैल्यूएशन बढ़ता है।
Valuation is where it comes.
सिंपल एज़ दैट। हाँ, तो जब वैल्यूएशन आपका ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है, आप बड़े कंपनी बन जाते हैं। नाउ एवरीबडी वांट्स टू बी अ बिग कंपनी। नाउ लुक एट दिस गाय सैम अल्टमैन। आई डिडंट नो, आई थॉट ही वाज लाइक अ टेक्नो गाय, बट ही इज़ नॉट अ टेक गाय एट ऑल। He is a Wall Street guy. He's a Silicon Valley Wall Street guy. He is an investment fund manager or whatever shit that goes. But he's not a tech person. Isn't that interesting? Because
I
the
had no idea.
positioning right now is all about, you know, him being a tech person and understanding AI and talking about humanity, AI and blah, blah, blah. But actually, he's an investment guy.
Oh,
Yeah, that's fascinating. I found it fascinating.
but ultimately, the tech dude bro opinions tend to show in his interviews, just like the one that we watched
Yeah.
a minute ago. Do you have any last concluding comments about the data center thing that you were saying?
I think one comment that I want to make here is that a lot of people think that if there is an alternative to this kind of AI, then why are we not hearing about it? So here comes the mystification of this whole bada AI thing and all, and that financial bubble bursting. And these AI billionaires and these governments, everybody actually is gaining a lot from this whole mystification of AI. They are in terms of, let's say, they are getting your data, they are taking away your jobs. In fact, when you say that AI will take away your job, उससे पहले गवर्नमेंट आपका जॉब खा चुकी है भाई, आपके पास है ही नहीं। जब होगा तब आप लेके जाएंगे ना। So that's one thing that really we have to understand. And right now with data centers and all, why it is so concerning to everybody is कि अब ये आपकी बिजली, पानी और आपकी नजदीक के रिसोर्सेज का सवाल है। Americans have actually understood it. Right now in America, there are huge protests against these data centers. Nobody wants them around. There's also concerns of noise pollution around them. Nobody's talking about that much. But यहाँ पे तो कोई बात ही नहीं हो रही, red carpet बिछाया जा रहा है. So I think we have to be extremely careful अभी. आपको तो ChatGPT का एक तरफ घुट्टी पिला दिया कि you just be concerned about ChatGPT right now. But on the other hand, what's actually happening is a game of billions that's going on.
Yeah, on inflated valuations. And I mean, the biggest concern about data centers coming to India is that we are already resource strained. हमारे पास अपने लोगों के लिए बिजली पानी नहीं है. अब हम ये data centers को ये resources divert कर देंगे तो it will lead to a state of crisis. And I think on that note, we should end this discussion on AI for today. Kavita, what's your recommendation?
Oh yeah, so definitely this book by Karen Howe. It's called Empire of AI. And if you can't read the book, it's also a little expensive. So probably you could hear her in one of the podcasts. So there's this podcast of hers with Amy Goodman. Probably you can listen to that. That has explained a lot of things to me about AI, about technology, and about this whole tech bro game, and also about OpenAI. So please do hear that. We'll recommend that, and we'll mention them in the descriptions. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I have two recommendations actually. One is an article that was published by The Wire. It's called The Galgotia Syndrome That Plagues India. It talks about how this culture of mediocrity has replicated in various other sectors, not just in the form of a university with subpar students and subpar faculty, perhaps, but also in other spheres. And it is very much an action, or let's say the direct result of the kind of politics our prime minister and the ruling party indulges in. So that is a great read. And the other recommendation would be a film called Humans in the Loop, which is about the human cost of empowering AI or powering these data centers. Who is the one doing the labor that makes your artificial intelligence intelligent, really? And so that's a wonderful film.
So if you see, India has about 270 data centers right now. The maximum are in Maharashtra, about 85. Tamil Nadu has 35 and Karnataka has 32, out of which 31 are in Bangalore. And I have lived most of my life in Bangalore, and this city has had water crisis from years, like 15-20 years se to chali raha hai, drinking water crisis. If you go to Bangalore, people are not putting these water purifier, वो water container service लगाते हैं. एक जो बड़ा सा 20 केजी वाला ड्राम आता है, 20 लीटर वाला, वो सर्विस लगाते हैं, एंड दैट इज व्हाट एवरीबडी प्रैक्टिकली इज यूजिंग. सो यू लुक एट दिस, look at the areas like Whitefield, which has about 7 data centers, and these are all mid-sized ones, these are not even the big ones. और Whitefield में पानी नहीं आता है, पीने का पानी Whitefield में नहीं आता है. कावेरी नदी का पानी जो सब जगह जाता है वो नहीं आता है. टेक इंडस्ट्री में, जो टेक वाला एरिया है ना, वहां पे कावेरी वाटर नहीं आता है और वहीं पे फ्लडिंग होती है, बाय द वे. दैट्स अनदर मैटर. सो व्हेन यू हैव दिस इज द सिचुएशन ऑफ योर मेट्रो सिटीज, and you're talking about data centers, and you're talking about huge ones. Google का जो data center है, their average water usage for 1 year is 6.1 billion gallon. I tried to understand this number, of course using AI. तो AI ने मुझे बताया कि 62,000 करोड़ लीटर बनता है ये, which is equal to powering a small town for a year. Imagine. तो आप अपने एक पूरे कस्बे का पानी क्या एक डेटा सेंटर को डाइवर्ट करने के लिए तैयार हैं?
Especially when already हमारे पास पानी की शॉर्टेज है. It's not like we're a water surplus nation in any capacity.
Not at all.
And there's an important point that most people miss about data centers. It is that these data centers require fresh, clean water. You cannot use recycled water for this purpose because उनका equipment करोड़ हो सकता है, and that is how the system is built, that it needs fresh clean water. तो अगर कोई आपको reusable energy या recycled water का argument देना चाहे, you can just absolutely shut it down because it needs drinking water.
Yeah. And Earth has only 3% of fresh water resources.
So those are the sad numbers we will leave you with. And on that note, we end this episode and we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you so much for joining us.